Hello! I've been thinking about animals lately. There have been a lot of things, a lot of studies lately, a lot of TV programmes about how animals are in a lot of ways more intelligent than human beings. Now of course human beings are animals, so that's a little bit of a silly argument really, because all animals are probably differently intelligent, that's what it is. But it does seem to me on the basis of evidence that most animals that aren't human are more intelligent and really have it sussed better than humans. To start with, they're not worried about going to work every day for 50 years and making enough money to survive. They just sort of survive, and if they don't survive then they probably don't worry about it. I don't know, do they worry about it? I don't know. Anyway, that's not really what was in the evidence and the studies. Most of the studies were about, well, there was one my mum told me about, I didn't actually see, so this is like third-hand evidence, but about birds knowing there's something about a mask, and they saw a mask, and 10 years later every bird was still scared of the mask. Now, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I know last week when I had a sock puppet bird, the very next day I got lots of birds in my garden, including a raven. It was a sock puppet raven. I don't know where I've put it now. But probably the ravens have taken it as one of their own. So they remember things, and apparently there was another study that said that birds can actually count in the same way that humans can count, and they've actually got a numbering system. So that's interesting, isn't it? So I don't think they do make money to count. That would be interesting if they did. I don't know. Maybe they use like bits of stick and bits of old what they find in the street as money. Maybe that is currency for birds. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do have some sort of bartering system and a whole sort of currency and economic setup that they might have. Another thing was about, I only saw the trailer for it, but it was there was an ape, and it was better at doing maths and remembering things than a TV presenter. Now I think that was probably inevitable really, that an ape was more clever than a TV presenter, but yeah. So I don't know what that proves. It does prove that animals are probably more intelligent. And also, right, one thing that has come to mind, because last night, there's a cat that lives in the area. Now it's very good, it's not our cat, but we let it in and we feed it because it whines and it persuades us to give it food, so that's probably more intelligent than us because we've started giving it food, and it's persuaded us to let it stay in the night. Now this was all very well until last night. I was like, I was going to let it out, and then I thought, oh no, poor cat, it's not had any accidents before. When it wants to go out for its catty business, it usually does. It lets us know. Or it whines in the night and we let it out in the middle of the night. Now last night I didn't let it out. I thought, well, it'll be fine. It's been alright till now. Of course it wasn't alright, because I went into the lavatory in the night time and the cat had an accident. Now, the reason that I say the cat's more intelligent than me is that I didn't have my glasses on, so I didn't see it, so I stepped in it and it was horrible, and it was a bad accident. It wasn't just like normal cat stuff. It was obviously an ill cat last night. Now, if I'd been more intelligent than the cat, would have put my glasses on in the night to make sure that I didn't step in anything in the night. But the cat actually went in the toilet, not in the toilet, but in the room where the toilet is. So it obviously knew where to go and where to be effective, and it was obviously for, and also, right, we've got a load of toilet rolls. We haven't actually got a toilet roll holder because it fell off before I moved in, but there's a big thing of toilet rolls which was sort of pushed aside as if it was trying to get the toilet rolls to use. It knew, you see. This is just me anthropomorphising a cat here. No, it's not though. It knew that that was the room that is used for these sort of things. And it was obviously trying to use the toilet, but didn't. And it was obviously desperate to use it. Now, it's more intelligent than me in that it used the right room, and it was trying to use the toilet, probably. And I had to clean it up afterwards, so I'm less intelligent than the cat because I was stupid enough to keep the cat in, give the cat food, have to clean up after the cat and sort out all the cat's needs. The cat is more manipulative and intelligent than a human. Cats basically are our masters. We do what they tell us to do, really. We've got no choice. They've enslaved us over all these years. They've manipulated us into doing everything that they say, doing exactly what they want us to do. And they don't have to pay for it. They get free room and board in everybody's houses. People let cats in. They're not necessarily their cats. They still let them get away with stuff. They sort them out. They don't even have to do any hunting if they don't want to, but they can if they want. But cats, yes. Dogs, I'm not sure. Dogs don't seem to have cracked it in the same way. They have, obviously. They're letting, and they get a lot of the same benefits as cats, and but they make us think that they're not in charge. Maybe that's it. They're even more intelligent than cats in that we don't even suspect that the dogs have got this agenda. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what the whole point of this is, except that cats and dogs are obviously better than us, and probably all other pets are better than us in that they've made us do what they want while we go out to work every day for all our lives and get money by working really hard, and if you don't, then you probably will die and starve in the street, and that's not good. And nobody will take you in because, as the present government in most countries has shown, they don't really care. If a human being is suffering, they won't take you in the same way that a cat will. They won't look after you. If you're sick, you're sick. If you're going to die, then ha ha ha, that's the end of you. So we're not very good at looking after our own. We're very good at looking after animals. Animals are better than us. Animals have got it sussed. In conclusion, animals. That would be a better thing to do. Yes. It's a derogatory term as well, calling somebody an animal, when in fact, well, I mean, we're all animals, but in fact, they are, in so many ways, better than us. Yes, that's the conclusion of that. Now I'm going to go and feed the cat. Alright then, bye-bye. Hello, cat. Who's in charge? Is it you? I think it is.